I've listened to George Kinoti today very keenly. And I can assure you one thing, that George Kinoti is going to go to the bottom of Sergeant Kipyegon Kenei's case. He's going to do everything possible to bring the culprits to book. And if you are in a working country, senior government officials based at Harambee House Annex, senior government officials working at the office of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya should have resigned by now. Even the Deputy President, William Ruto, should have resigned by now. And by the way, I think they must resign. Because the office of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya is a constitutional office. That office is the second highest office in this land called Kenya. But it is sad that what goes in that office is basically not what that office should be doing. If you've been following this case from the time it happened up to now, you'll be ashamed to be a Kenyan. Look at this. This guy was the guy in charge of security when Rashid Echesa took 2 foreigners to that office. And when the information broke out, the office of the Deputy President alleged that these guys were there for only 23 minutes. And it didn't end there. The Deputy President even went public and challenged the investigators why they are focusing in his office while these guys went to other offices, and that in his office they only took 23 minutes. Today the DCI has demonstrated using videos retrieved from CCTV footages that indeed those guys were there for 1 hour, 22 minutes. That alone is enough for the DP to fire his staffs if the staffs cheated him. But it doesn't end there. The 23 minutes they were talking about is actually part of the edited clip. When the DCI went for this clip, what happened was that these guys were never allowed to access the entire data or footage. But they were given footages. And in the footage, the 23 minutes footage they were given, Kipyegon Kenei was removed. They ensured that in all those footages, Kenei was not there. So they didn't want to link Kenei to this particular saga, the 40 billion saga, which is very unfortunate. So when this guy was found in his house, a lot of events happened before. He sent the father some money. He sent the wife some money. Why was that happening? What were they trying to hide? And the worst part, which the DCI has revealed, was that these guys even went further and colluded with a staffer, someone working with Safaricom. And this guy helped them erase certain conversations from Safaricom servers. Unknown to them, the DCI is now pursuing this matter, not as suicide. Huyu jamaa alimalizwa. Na George Kinoti is on it. I listened very keenly and very closely to that guy. That guy said very clearly that huyu ni mtu wetu. And I think, you know, I'm trying to imagine what's going now in the minds of the office of the deputy president, the people working there. Because this is a guy who was working with them. The DCI has demonstrated how Rashid Echesa arrived, how he was ushered in through the VIP, how they entered there. He just wanted to demonstrate something, that the case was not a suicide. I'm sure he has more details. But why would someone try to cover all these things? To an extent that mtu anamalizwa tu hivyo. Mtu mwenye ako na familia, young family, amemalizwa tu hivyo. Surely, what will happen in this country if we give, for God forbid, these guys the reign of this country? How will Kenya turn to be? Will Kenyans even have voices? Will Kenyans have voices? If you can go to an extent of colluding with Safaricom employee to erase the data, the DCI has amedemonstrate vizuri sana that based on what the forensic audit they conducted, the guy alimalizwa. But there were attempts by the office of the deputy president to cover up these things. And that's where my worry is. And this year demonstrated clearly how this guy came and there was a Subaru outside there. They've refused to mention the occupant of that Subaru. But he also said something. That while in that office, Kenei spoke to someone for a long time. I'm sure they've also retrieved that data. And I think they didn't want to go to the details because the case is already in court. But I feel very bad that we've lost a young man because of greed for money. Or is there something this guy knew which, look at it now, Rashid Mohammed is now in a big problem. Assuming his was just to con the investors and go home with the money. Assuming that was his aim. Now they are also going to deal, sasa ni cases mbili. Uwaji, mauaji, na hiyo conning. I feel very bad. I'm not happy. In fact, the people working at the office of the deputy president must be forced to resign. Especially those who are trying to cover up all this. If this is just a single case, Chapter 6 of our constitution is very clear. People just need to take responsibility. And of course, if the DP can't take responsibility because it's not directly involved, which I suspect maybe, then senior officials in his office. Because assuming Kenei was just part of this deal, because there were two theories, why alimalizwa, there were two theories. One, to hide evidence. And two, the other theory, there were two theories, to hide evidence or to break the link because this guy had much more information. Because you could even see him living with the general. How could an office of the deputy president be turned? You know, conning happens everywhere. People are being conned in the office of the president. People are conned in our offices. People are even conned in our homes. But not blatantly. Like what I've just witnessed today. I am glad that Kinoti and his investigators have actually confirmed to Kenyans, not today but the other day, that there were 3 people at Kenei's house. What were they doing? He also revealed that Kenei called someone, a close friend, and asked him how he could write, how we could write a statement. Which means he was willing to write a statement. And this guy was stopped from writing the statement. It's very sad. In my view, it's a very sad affair for Kenya. We can't turn a public office into a crime scene. We can't do that. I don't know what you think, but I strongly believe we can't turn a public office into a crime scene. If you're bumping on this video for the first time, I'm going to put links to several, because I promised I was going to do a lot on this Kenei saga for justice to be served. I'm going to put the links to other videos which I've done specifically on this particular saga. I'm going to put the link down so that you can watch if you miss them. And if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to just take a second or two and hit the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, you get notified. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. It's a sad day for me. Very sad. Ideally, I didn't intend to do this video today. I wanted to do a video why Uhuru Kenyatta must attend the Nakuru rally. That's the video I wanted to do today. But I'm not going to do it. I'll do it tomorrow. Because the news flash about this Kenei saga came when I'd already set up everything. But I've watched that, and I don't think I didn't know this guy, but I just felt like it's okay for me to let go for today and do that video today, tomorrow. But a lot of things. Why would someone want to cover all this? This guy will be laid to rest on Saturday. How will even those staff go there? It's sad. Very sad. Thank you guys. Bye.